one of these characters had a breaking point.
No, this is all my fault.
You were there for all of it.
No, Mabel!
Dipper Pines is 12 years old, spending the summer in Gravity Falls with his twin sister Mabel, and the kid with the plan. Always. He has the journal, the theories, the analysis. He prepares for scenarios before they even happen. His intelligence is the thing he trusts most about himself, the armor he wears into every situation.
My sister could be in trouble. It was time to get some evidence.
But beneath all of that, there is something the show planned since season 1 and spends 2 seasons proving, and Dipper never sees it coming. In season 1, episode 19, Dream Scrapers, Bill Cipher enters Stan's mindscape to steal the combination to his safe. Dipper, Mabel, and Zeus follow to stop him. Inside Stan's mind, all of his memories exist behind doors. One of them is labeled Dipper Memories.
Kid's a loser. He's weak. I just want to get rid of him.
Those are the words the kid overhears in the memory, where Zeus asked Stan how he feels about Dipper, and Dipper closes the door immediately, does not want Stan to finish the sentence, does not question whether there might be more context. He goes straight to the others and announces it as fact. Stan hates me.
Dipper, I'm sure that's not true.
I saw it with my own eyes.
He's completely certain. The kid who loves analyzing everything and demands evidence for every claim literally has a journal full of documented observations, heard half a sentence not intended for him, and accepted it as confirmed truth without a second thought.
Dipper, you're a cool dude, but this isn't cool, dude.
The memory gets resolved later. Those words were things people said about Stan when he was Dipper's age. Stan is hard on Dipper specifically because he sees himself in him and wants to toughen him up before the world does it worse.
I'm actually proud of him. Just don't ever tell him that. His head's big enough as it is.
But it does not undo what the episode revealed. A kid that insecure, that ready to believe the worst about himself, does not need much. Half a sentence from behind a closed door was enough to bypass every bit of that intelligence and land directly on something he already feared was true. That's not a mystery Dipper can solve his way out of, and the next episode proves it from a completely different angle. In season 2, episode 2, Into the Bunker, Dipper finally confesses to Wendy.
I never even got a chance to tell you I'm like in love with you, Wendy.
That sadness was short-lived, as it turns out.
I always kinda knew.
Wait, you did?
He gets rejected with the classic, I value our friendship too much. But the thing is, she could hear him whispering things under his own breath around her the whole time. He's been confessing out loud the whole time, and she heard it and said nothing for the entirety of season 1 and smiled and acted like everything was normal. The Wendy that existed in Dipper's head, the one he did not notice, the one he was secretly and safely crushing on, never existed. She was always aware. That's its own kind of devastation. But it gets worse, because the third episode doesn't attack his insecurity or his romantic life. It goes after the one thing Dipper never questioned. In Dipper and Mabel vs. the Future, Ford offers Dipper the chance to stay after summer as his apprentice. It's everything he has ever wanted.
Your parents would be thrilled I could give you such an advanced education.
Learn from the greatest mind he has ever encountered. Become something extraordinary. Dipper considers it. And Mabel finds out. And Mabel, who has always been Dipper's one constant, the relationship that was never in question, panics so badly that she makes a deal with Bill Cipher to extend the summer. In turn, it triggers Weirdmageddon, the literal apocalypse.
Between worlds has opened!
Mabel made the deal. Mabel is responsible for what her choices caused. But the reason Mabel made that choice is that Dipper was considering a future that did not include her, and that broke something in her that she did not know how to handle. For the first time in his life, Dipper discovers something terrifying. Intelligence is not always the solution. Sometimes it creates the problem.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making the wrong decision.
These 3 episodes strip away everything Dipper hides behind. His intelligence could not stop his insecurity. It could not save his relationship with Wendy. And it could not protect the person he cared about most.
You realize that they've probably always got your back.
The smartest kid in Gravity Falls spent 2 seasons learning a lesson nobody can prepare for. Some problems cannot be solved. They can only be survived. Dipper's damage lived inside his head. The next character's problem was the opposite. Everyone could see it. He just couldn't.
Margaret totally just smiled at me.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
Mordecai is one of regular show's protagonists. He's the responsible one, at least compared to Rigby. His emotional arc for the first 4 seasons of the show is Margaret. She works at a coffee shop near the park, and he's in love with her. But he also has one catastrophic weakness. The second his feelings become real, he freezes. For 4 full seasons, he's always one excuse, one bad moment, one act of cowardice away from the conversation he needs to have.
I'm here to lay it down.
Sure.
He's the guy who waits until the moment passes and then acts surprised that it passed. We've all met him. Some of us have been him. That's what makes what happens to him so uncomfortable to watch. In Season 4's finale, Stake Me Amadeus, the show finally sets the moment up. Mordecai has decided he's ready.
Hey, girl, I want you to be my everything.
Hey, girl.
He books a table at the nicest restaurant in the show and rehearses what he's gonna say. He then picks Margaret up. Tonight is the night, 4 seasons of almost, and Mordecai is finally ready to smash.
Will you be my girlfriend?
But that doesn't go as planned, cause Margaret pulls out an acceptance letter. Turns out she got into her dream college and she's leaving.
I'm sorry, but I can't be your girlfriend.
I mean, Margaret doesn't really do anything wrong. She got into her dream school. She's making the right decisions for her life. And that's the cruelty of the whole situation. There is no villain here. There's just timing. And timing was the one thing Mordecai actually controlled. He had 4 seasons to say something. Season 2, Season 3, any of the 50 opportunities the show practically dropped in his lap, he passed on every single one.
Do you want to, have me pick up that box?
The episode ends with Mordecai on the roof of the park with Rigby, completely shattered. Most characters learn from that. Mordecai didn't. 2 seasons later, the show gave him everything he couldn't build with Margaret, and he destroyed it the exact same way. He built something new with CJ, a cloud woman who literally turns into a storm when she's upset, which turns out to be the perfect metaphor for what loving Mordecai feels like.
Thought I'd met a nice guy, but I should have known.
They're actually good together. He has what he couldn't build with Margaret. The show wants you to believe he learned something. And then comes Muscle Man's wedding, and Mordecai gets the microphone, and everything falls apart in real time.
I don't know if there's one perfect person out there for me. I've been ignoring my gut.
Standing at the podium in front of everyone, with his actual girlfriend sitting in the room, Mordecai gives a speech about soulmates. He says he's not even sure soulmates exist, and commits one of the most painful acts of self-sabotage in cartoon history.
So where's my soulmate? Are they in this room? It could be anyone.
The only person he doesn't point to is his actual girlfriend, CJ. She was literally right there. And just like what any self-respecting lady would do after a stunt like this, CJ dumps him.
You didn't even point in my direction.
The show's creator confirmed CJ never spoke to Mordecai again after this. Not once. And the series ends with Mordecai married to Steph, a Batwoman who appears only in the final episode, with zero connection to anything that happened in the 8 seasons.
I'm gonna make my move.
Yeah.
The show didn't give him Margaret, didn't give him CJ, it gave him a clean slate, because neither of the people he actually hurt could be the ending. These 2 episodes reveal Mordecai's actual tragedy. His problem was that when the moment cost something, he made it about himself. With Margaret, he waited until the window closed, and he didn't lose CJ because he wasn't ready. He lost her because he finally had what he wanted and still couldn't stop looking somewhere else. Mordecai's damage was quiet, mostly internal, but the next character's damage was none of those things. In fact, it left him broken on the floor of an empty room at 3 in the morning.
In the mirror, take it easy, Titans. Combat practice is this afternoon.
Robin is the leader of the Teen Titans. No powers, no magic, no alien abilities, just discipline, control, and an almost unhealthy need to stay one step ahead of everyone else. Robin is my mom, and like most people who need to be in control of everything, the moment he loses it reveals something he cannot take back.
This isn't over.
It's just getting started.
The show treats that like a strength. It takes 2 episodes across 2 seasons to prove it was always a liability. The first episode is Apprentice in the season 1 finale. Slade, Robin's primary antagonist all season, injects nanobots into the other 4 Titans' blood. He gives Robin an ultimatum.
If you never speak to your friends again, I will allow them to live.
Robin gives in. He puts on Slade's colors, and for the first time in the series, Robin becomes the thing he fights. What follows over the two-part episode is Robin stealing, fighting his own teammates in a real fight, not a training exercise, and threatening a civilian for information. All of it under Slade's orders, all of it to protect his team, and the show does not soften any of it. We get to see what Robin looks like when the heroic framework that defines his entire identity gets stripped away.
Not a word, Robin. They're not your friends anymore.
Eventually, he breaks free, infects himself with the same nanobots to neutralize Slade's leverage, forces Slade to deactivate them or lose his apprentice, and the Titans defeat him together. Classic hero ending. Except, there is one problem. During the episode, Slade has Robin pinned down and tells him something. He monitored Robin's vital signs during the heist. High adrenaline, endorphins. Robin got a thrill from it. And the worst part, he never argues.
You enjoyed stealing from me. It was a thrill.
Slade didn't corrupt Robin. He found something that was already there, and Robin knows it now. He cannot unknow it. 2 full seasons later, in Season 3's episode Haunted, Slade is dead. He's been dead since the Season 2 finale. Robin finds Slade's mask in a storage box and picks it up. Inside the mask is a chemical agent Slade left as a final trap. Robin inhales it and starts seeing Slade everywhere. In the tower, in the city, in his own room.
You let him get away! But, Robin, there was no one there.
The hallucinations are physically real to Robin in that they cause real physical sensation. Every punch he throws at Slade connects with himself. He spends an entire night alone in a dark room fighting a dead man that only he can see, sustaining real injuries from his own fists, completely convinced the fight is real.
Since when is Robin into mime?
Yeah, funny, until you realize he's been alone in that room for hours. Anyway, when the Titans finally reach him, he's beaten, bleeding, and barely standing. When he notices that Slade has taken 0 damage, while he himself is covered in injuries, Robin says,
I've been fighting Slade for so long, I guess it's hard to just let it go.
That line changes everything. Because Robin doesn't blame the chemical, he doesn't blame the mask, he doesn't even blame Slade. He blames himself. Apprentice breaks Robin's image of himself. Haunted shows what 2 seasons of living with that knowledge does to a person. Robin needed Slade to be alive. He needed the fight to still be happening. Because without the fight against Slade, Robin does not know who he is.
But sometimes I feel like I'm the only one still looking for him.
The obsession, which I think most viewers in Season 1 read as admirable dedication to justice, was always something more desperate than that. Most heroes are defined by what they protect. Robin was defined by what he couldn't let go. He couldn't stop thinking about the villain. Pearl couldn't stop thinking about Rose. The difference is that one obsession lasted a few years. The other lasted 5,000.
For the words she could share with no one else, I was there to listen.
Pearl is one of the 3 crystal gems who raised Steven Universe. She's precise, loyal, occasionally insufferable in the way that someone becomes when they have devoted themselves so completely to one person that they never fully developed an identity outside that devotion. For the first 2 seasons of Steven Universe, you understand Pearl as someone who loved Rose Quartz and has never recovered from losing her.
Well, I think you're pretty great.
That understanding is correct, it's just massively incomplete, and 3 specific episodes are the reason you eventually find out how incomplete it was. In Season 1, Episode 45, Rose's Scabbard, the crystal gems find an ancient scabbard that belongs to Rose's sword.
Your mother led us to glorious victory.
Pearl immediately knows exactly where the sword must be. She takes Steven on a 3-hour hike and a vertical climb to a secret armory because she was the one person Rose told everything to. When they arrive at the armory, Steven tells her he has already been here with Lion.
Because if Rose had a lion, I would have known about it.
Pearl can't believe there's a whole part of Rose's life that she was specifically excluded from, and the evidence of that exclusion has been living with Steven. Enormous and pink and impossible to miss this entire time. She gets so overwhelmed by it that she nearly let Steven fall off a cliff.
Pearl!
This episode shatters the belief Pearl built her entire life around. She thought she was the exception, the one person Rose never kept secrets from. She believed her devotion was met with a matching level of trust and openness. Lion made that belief impossible to maintain, and Pearl cannot function in the moment she loses it. In Season 3's episode Mr. Greg, the show does something no one expected. It puts Pearl, Steven, and Greg, the man Rose actually chose, in a hotel room together.
And don't forget Mom!
And then makes Pearl sing about it. Greg just inherited $10 million. The man's rich, but the episode is almost entirely musical. And late at night, when Steven and Greg are asleep, Pearl stands alone on the hotel balcony and sings.
It's over, isn't it?
She's singing about what it felt to fight alongside Rose for thousands of years, to be the one constant in her life, and then watch Rose choose someone else. Greg arrived, and Rose chose him. And Pearl had been sharing a planet and a son in thousands of years of grief with the man Rose chose over her, and she's never once been able to say directly what that cost.
Why can't I move on?
Pearl wasn't grieving a friend, she was grieving someone she loved. For the first time, Pearl is finishing a sentence she had been sitting with for thousands of years, in an empty hotel room, alone at 3 in the morning, where no one has to see it. Well, at least that's what she thinks.
Greg!
I'm sorry you had to be around me.
Dad!
That's the episode Rose's scabbard opened fully. The fracture that episode created, Pearl's certainty cracking, is what made this song possible. What I'm trying to say is, you need Rose's scabbard for It's Over, isn't it, to land the way it does. And then Season 5, Episode 18, A Single Pale Rose, detonates everything. Across the entire run of Steven Universe, every time the subject of Pink Diamond's shattering comes around Pearl, her hands fly to her mouth. She physically cannot speak. Steven asks her directly if she shattered Pink Diamond, and Pearl chokes on the words, hands covering her mouth, unable to answer.
It's okay. You can tell me.
The episode explains why. You see, Pink Diamond was never shattered. She was Rose Quartz all along. She and Pearl faked the assassination together, so Pink could abandon her colony and live freely on Earth as Rose. And before she left, Pink gave Pearl one final order as a diamond.
Please, let's never speak of this again. No one can know.
Now, Pink Diamond has been gone for thousands of years, and Pearl has been living with this secret, unable to speak of it every single day since then. Every time the diamonds grieved, every time the crystal gems talked about Rose, every time the truth would have changed something, helped something, healed something, her hands flew to her mouth and the words physically stopped there.
Sorry to make you come all this way.
And here's the detail I cannot get past. Pearl found a way around it. She placed her phone inside her own gemstone, sent Steven a text from inside her own gem, and told him to go in and find it. When Steven comes back out, Pearl says, "I wanted to tell you for so long." Yeah, man, 5,000 years is fairly long, I'd say. She'll never be the same again. Every Pearl scene across 5 seasons was always building to this. For the first time in more than 5,000 years, the secret is out.
Mom was Pink Diamond.
Pearl is the only character in this video whose break is also a release. Every other character on this list ends damaged. Pearl ends free. These 5 characters were always gonna break. The show just made you watch it happen, and now you can't unsee it.